Welcome everyone. This is the working group apply. This is probably the spring 30 or something. We are December 18. Okay. Um, so this is a good sprint. We actually finished everything we had planned to do this sprint. It's the first time ever. We've glued everything in place. Yes, we fixed the conversion to the new type, the new API type. We have the new API type. We're using the new API type. We almost tolerate failures on put and patch. I just found a bug that this doesn't work. And we can modify the manage fields, I think. So we have everything. So what's left to be done? And when do we want to merge to master is the question. Jenny and I had a discussion this morning. I think we should try to merge in master if we don't have very ugly bugs. And I think we have a very bad bug when we use the deployment. We can convert across groups, and deployment is both in apps and in extension. That doesn't work at all. I think this is bad enough that we should fix it before we merge back to master. I expect people are going to want to see things at least work decently when we merge back.
Okay.
I know CRD is going to be very important soon, but this we are not going to wait for to merge back in master. I think we need to merge back in master what we would be okay to release in alpha. Because as soon as we merge in master, we're not going to remove it if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So ideally, we should make sure it works before we merge in master.
Is the code freeze over?
Yeah. Yeah, we have 2 months to merge in master and release as alpha, which seems good considering the current status.
Yeah, but time flies. That's
Yeah.
actually there.
Yeah, we're not resting.
Yeah.
But we're pretty close. Or at least we're happy. I think we're close to something that we could call alpha. Very close to something we could call alpha. So now we have mostly 2 months to make alpha as good as we can, as close as beta as we can. Okay, so let's see what's broken and what needs to be fixed.
I added 123 to adjust the cross conversion. I just was working on that now, and I think it's going to be easy. It's almost done. I just need to figure out how to determine whether or not from the scheme whether or not something is supposed to be ignored by OpenAPI, so that we don't. Yeah, there's like a list of ignored paths in the OpenAPI, so.
Okay.
And we can't try to build anything in those ignored paths.
Okay.
But I'm trying to see what we could do to yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know if that could be pretty easy though.
I'm gonna add an item because I have one PR that is going to merge soon. What is it that I'm trying to merge? Oh, fix conversion by going through hub version. So it looks like we can't go from one external version to another, so you have to go through the hub version. We noticed that because we can convert. So this is being fixed, and we have the toleration not working.
If you want, I can look at it as well.
You want to look?
Yeah, then I'll get a chance to understand the PR, and maybe I'll find some.
Do you want to pick the 125?
Yeah, I can try. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fine to me.
Which one was failing? Was it the patch, did you say, for toleration?
Yeah, when I tried to do a kubectl edit on the deployment, because of the conversion, it fails. But I think it should still do the patch, which it doesn't today. So we need to fix that. That's one way to reproduce, Kevin.
Yep.
Want to change Yuki's name?
Yeah, that's a good point. Copy paste, be safe.
Well, you deleted the line.
Yeah.
Come on, Sid, come on, Sid.
Okay. Good job. What next? Then we merge to master. Then we have CRD. There is something else.
I don't know, there's like testing issues.
Yes.
We don't test the field manager right now, so
We need field manager doesn't have test.
I don't know if we need a unit test or what, but something to test.
Maybe unit tests or integration test. We definitely need integration tests.
CRDs is not going to be part of alpha, right?
We want to.
We have-
If we don't have them, it's okay, but we want them.
We'll definitely merge it back without CRD.
Right.
Okay.
We're not going to remove everything from server-side apply because we don't have CRD.
Yeah.
But ideally, we would have them.
Okay, that's the one.
I know Eric is going to complain if we don't, and he would be right. So this, and also, yeah, I think it'd be nice if we need more integration tests. We need to sort of debug it. Like I found some bugs by just trying to run a couple of like kubectl commands. And as I find bugs doing kubectl commands, we should have like an integration test when it fails. It's very easy to find a bug right now,
Okay.
obviously. I think the plan is as follows. I'd like to fix everything in Kubernetes repo so that the plumbing is good. And we know we have many bugs in the SMD repo. I'd like to fix these later and have everything perfect in Kubernetes. So we write the integration test to make sure that everything is integrated properly. And then we fix SMD. Because, yeah, that's going to be the difference between a solid alpha and a GDA version, I think.
I have a question. You said you were thinking about running all of the existing tests with the feature enabled. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
We could look at that. That's a good point. We're going to see
I'm sure
what
some
failed and
things
what.
failed.
Yeah, most tests failed.
Oh, really?
Have you thought or discussed the testability of the error toleration more since yesterday?
No. No, and so that's exactly why I ran the test against with the server-side apply feature enabled before doing the toleration, so we could see it fail. Because as soon as the toleration works fine, everything should just work, right? Even if we have failures, it's going to work anyway. And so it's going to be much harder for us to detect problems. And I don't know how we could even do that for people in general. As in, when we release the feature, how do we know the feature doesn't work if it doesn't fail when it fails? Because so the goal is that if we fail to update the managed fields, we're going to have an error in the logs, but we're still going to process the message anyway, because we don't want to hose everybody's cluster because we can't update something. Obviously, it makes it much more difficult to actually see that we have an error.
Yes.
Nobody's going to complain. Nobody's going to say. Nobody looks.
Could we add a fail on error flag or something, at least for the alpha, so we can use it in tests?
That's something to consider. We could add an item for that. Detect failure with toleration. Do you want to think about that, Kevin? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
That's probably a 5. I'll add myself to this one. Okay. I do want to merge master before the end of this sprint. So I think we should be able to do all of these before we merge, before the end of the sprint.
Going to be a special sprint, right? Because
we have holidays
in the middle.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll rephrase. I want to have the pull request up for review before the end of the because I expect people are not going to be here to review, and I also don't want to merge that when everybody's gone because people are going to be like, I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Also in 2 weeks, I think it's holiday also.
Yeah. Next week is the holiday week.
And the other one too.
And the other one is the
The
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
So Tuesday is holiday.
Okay, but at least the pull request should be mostly ready.
I think we can do that. I think a lot of these are either partly done or.
Do we agree we need all of these before we create the pull request?
We probably need the first.
The first
three.
one.
I don't know.
This we absolutely need. This we definitely need. This I'm less concerned. Detect failures. Yeah. This we can do. Yeah. No, it should be doable. And after that, the focus. After these, we merge master, and then the focus is CRD. That's the plan. And then, so let's look at these.
What about the other? Yeah, those ones.
If we have a CRD thing, this is the thing. Expose open API, yeah.
I mean, what about the other alpha stuff?
Which one, this one?
Yeah.
We could improve that. But I think this is post-merge. Yeah, let's move it to post-merge.
The current state even sets different workflow IDs, if I remember correctly, or now manages.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, so
for different patch types.
Yeah, what's very important, I think, so we could use the user agent as Daniel suggested. I think what matters the most is that apply has its own and others have a different. And that's the only thing that matters to me initially. As in, you know, when you apply that you have a conflict with something, it's not going to be very clear what you have a conflict with, but you know you have a conflict.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I mean, the error now will say like you have a conflict with JSON patch. That doesn't.
That's not very
Makes
helpful.
sense.
Yeah, we could even make it. We could think about it, but I don't think it's critical for merging into master.
Right.
It's
Sure.
probably something we want to do before alpha.
Yeah, definitely.
Is when there's a conflict, do we print the conflict themselves, or just that there's a conflict with somebody? Or
We
something?
do print the conflict field. We have like sort of a path to the conflicting field.
That's something else. We don't. We return it, but we don't. I mean, we can print it a special way. I don't know if we want to do it with that information.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a new item for that because yes, I agree. Make conflict into an actual API ALR type.
It should also say what they can do if they have a conflict.
Yeah. So right now it's complaining in the API server because we return a conflict error, and it's like this is not a status, and so it's not happy. And then the client receives it as an error, and it doesn't know how to do anything about it. So I think if we make it into a proper API type, then we can return it nicely, and then the client can parse it and do something about it.
Because there is a conflict error code thing.
Yeah, but it's not an API type. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
Do you mean the error that it's not a meta v1 status thing?
Say it again.
You mean the error when it's not meta v1 status?
Yes, this one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of ugly. We should fix that. And I suspect kubectl should be able to parse the error and be able to print the error the way they want.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the ignorant question. So the conflict is between two different JSON structures or something like that, IDs?
Between two field sets, yes.
Okay. Can we at least print them in the logs? So
we do today, yes.
Okay. So
but the error is a string.
Yeah, okay, but somebody could, if they want to understand what is the conflict, go to the logs, parse that.
No, you don't even have to do that. When you do kubectl apply, it's going to tell you you can apply this field because you don't own it, and it gives you the specific field.
Yeah, but that is the desired state. It's not what is happening today, right?
That's what's happening today.
Oh, really? Okay.
But it's an error string, and maybe it should be an actual type instead of a string.
Sorry.
But the behavior is not so bad.
Yeah.
Cool. It's better than what
It's
I have.
definitely would be okay to merge. That,
Yeah.
That stuff's funny.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna make a new line for CR.
there's one lower, maybe we can move it up. No, there's like a lower line for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of obsolete.
Maybe, but it had the same like build models for CR.
This is expose open API schema to CR handler. Do we need this? We'll probably do.
Yeah.
And Pierre. Yeah, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase it.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't sound right.
I don't like the apply because it shouldn't be just apply.
Oh yeah, should we change the content type from apply to something else?
What is it today?
It's patch type apply, like apply patch type or something.
Do you want to change the API?
I'm
You wanna
just
make
wondering,
it-
since we're gonna merge to the master.
Do you want to make it a verb?
No, I don't think we should make it a verb. But
So you want to change the content type?
I don't know if we need to, but if we're gonna change it, we should do it before we merge, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just put in a placeholder one basically that said apply patch, and then we went with it. But,
Okay, yeah.
but we could go with it, but I don't know if we want to version it.
Decide and maybe change if we want to change the apply content type. Something like this.
Because some content types are versioned, which
Just before the merge though. Not here. Okay, I see what's going on here. I need to move all of these. Okay. This is done?
No,
No.
that one also should. I just added it maybe half an hour ago.
I remove this one. Okay, good. That's probably a 3.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, but also, I mean, we can also not do it and just make the PR, and then people can discuss it in that PR.
Right,
So
I
it's-
see.
Yeah, we should just decide if we want to go with this for the PR or if we want to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's
So
decide also. We don't have to spend a lot of time doing that.
So, yeah, I think 3 is good.
Okay. Okay, I think we're mostly good. I don't know about these, but
Do we have to update the website, or do we have docs? If we go to alpha, how is the guideline there? If we make a PR?
we'll probably focus on that after the code freeze.
Okay.
There is some window of time where we can actually update the docs.
Okay. Yeah.
Like typically, the docs website creates a branch where you actually modify the docs for the next release, and they have to create the branch, and I don't think the branch is created yet anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's focus on the code right now, and we'll do the docs later.
Okay.
But good point. And then testing, yeah. So a lot of testing. Good. I think we're good. Most of this is gonna go on the branch. This column is gonna become deprecated after that. Cool. I'm gonna stop recording. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
And
Bye-bye.
let's do everything also this sprint. Bye bye, Kevin.
Bye.